What's up, Runners Flat? Hey, we're going to try to walk you through circuit number 1 today of a series of 4 different circuits. The goal was to take you through certain exercises that really focus on what runners need. Brian and Amy, as we did a clinic recently, did due diligence, looked up a lot of research, and basically were able to pinpoint the areas where the majority of runners have issues from injury, or they get banged up, or things that they lack that would help them be able to train harder or longer or more consistently without injury or stoppage in their training.
So a squat, nice and simple. So we want to tilt those hips and we're just trying to sink down. So I squat to work my glutes, my butt, so that's the part of the body I want to move. Not necessarily my chest, but really think about those hips. So I'm coming down, my chest is up, and I'm coming back up. Hips are down, chest is staying up each time. Another way to kind of add something to that move to focus on that chest is just lifting up those arms. So now it's a lot easier to tell. If I'm here, I know I should be able to see my hands. So I'm coming up, I'm coming down, coming back up. Focusing on those glutes, keeping that weight in the heels instead of on the toes. All right, move number 2, it's a bridge. So we're gonna come down to the ground. My back is up against the ground. My weight's gonna stay in my heels, and I'm just gonna lift up my hips. Back down. Level 1, I'm just practicing that contraction or that squeeze. My hands are on the ground. I'm coming up and I'm squeezing the bottom of that butt or the glutes. And I'm coming up. As I get more comfortable, my level 2, I'm going to hold that squeeze a little longer. Coming back down. Level 3, I'm just going to hold that and back down.
Brian did have to wear, we made sure he wore loose jeans today. We did it last week and he ripped out 3 pairs of jeans, so he doesn't wear skinny jeans to work anymore.
Move number 3, it's a push-up. So, coming down to the ground. Level 1, first off, what we don't want to see is here. Even though we're getting a move, we're not putting any weight. So walk those hands out, and we're just coming down, back up. Even though I'm on my knees, doing a modified push-up, not a girl push-up. We'll get that clear. My weight is on my hands, and I can feel myself pushing. Our level 2, I'm either walking out a little bit more, or I'm going to come up on those feet. Coming up nice and strong. All right, our third move, coming down to the ground again, into a crunch. So big mistake that you see on this one is my arms are doing most of the work by pulling up my neck. Even though it looks like I'm crunching, I'm not squeezing my core. All I'm doing is pulling up with those biceps. So what I like to do is fingers on the ears, and I can feel my core pulling up my chest each time. Just like that. Just make sure that you're really engaging that core. You can feel it kind of hard to breathe, and I'm not feeling my arms pulling up. All right, our 5th move in our circuit is going to be a lunge. For a lunge, we want to make sure that that knee isn't going over the toes. So we want to stay back each time, keeping that weight in our heel instead of up on our toes. Kind of like when we talked about our squats, where we're really focusing on those hips, bringing them back. Lunges tend to be another problem that we have. So with our lunge, I'll show you the first, what we're talking about on lunge is just where I'm coming down, I'm dropping my back knee, and then I'm coming back up. A modification for that, if we have difficulty in the knees or just staying back on it, is just a reverse lunge. I have a lot harder time leaning forward when I come backwards. So I'm coming up, lunging back, coming back up. Level 1 for this would be to lunge back, touch, and then come forward. A little less balance, I'm just touching, and then the level 2 would be where I'm lunging and just coming up in one step. Once I am able to do that, then we start turning it into a forward movement, and I'm just alternating those legs, getting nice and low each time.
So the goal is to really roll through that. If you want some parameters on how to perform that, one way would be to do each one of those movements for a minute, and then take a break and make sure you're not too tired so that form doesn't suffer on the next movement. But 5 or 6 movements through a circuit, a minute each one, boom, 10 minutes, you're done. You could then, if you want to make that more complicated, you just repeat that circuit again for the same amount of time and do 2 sets of it. You could start to do, when you're doing lunges, you could do 10 on each leg, whatever it is, but the goal is to start you slowly, make sure that your form is proper so that you're not going to tweak anything. And then as you feel like you're mastering that, you could increase the difficulty of it, do more reps of it, or start to have weights and stuff like that. And that's where we'll take you in for circuit number 2. Thanks for joining us.